the BYU Cougars at LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another Big 12 foe, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So BYU's offense has the ball first today. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful. They need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Back to the ground with the running back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. You got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure.
There he goes! He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. That third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
You do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw a quick timing slant. Now, they'll settle in. We're good. We got this.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Sets up the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Cougars. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game.
like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Spins away from the defense. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Turner. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. With the catch, it's Williams. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing as your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Quarterback adapting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. The offense changing the play. Oh, they're after him. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The inside handoff. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. He's straight downfield. finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. On the ground, it's Joyner. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Running to Green. Stuck on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Bring in the heat. Going to try to get it himself. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. Hunt is on its way. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Cougars will have it 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Brings into the open. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. 6th play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Working that left side now. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Thanks to Ken. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Cougars, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak trying to power his way ahead for a few. Sneaks into the end zone.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a minute ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Catch in the middle. It's Stone. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gonna run it. It's Joyner. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raider. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside LaVell Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll put toe together and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game. You know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's on target and complete.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Offense will try to get some momentum on 1st and 10. Pulls it in. It's Marshall.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Cougars pounding the block to move the sticks now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Picked up to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Working that wide receiver screen. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To the air on 1st down. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Final play of the quarter coming. Making side adjustments here. There's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We reached the break. BYU is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire.
couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic.
Lofts one high and deep. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, BYU.
And that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old. That part with his best friend. Throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy. I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch. He does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. UMass sure is making the flagship proud today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 17 over Eastern Michigan. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Stone. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're putting their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up.
He's loose. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Keeps looking downfield. Quarterback gets the first down and more. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field.
He's looking to pass. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. A shot toward the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Gets it past him over. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the 4th quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield. BYU has this offense clicking. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. So they move the sticks on the ground. Let's see what they do with this one. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. Just inside that right upright. And now the lead's extended a little further. They tack that last score on just for good measure as they are getting oh so close to putting this one away. The kickoff is coming. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Open space at the 25. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.